what if I told you there's a secret weapon for learning Spanish, a way to make verbs just stick, and you don't need a textbook? All you need is your own life. Washing the dishes, driving your car, every little thing you do. This is a story about a system I had to invent for myself, born out of just pure, unfiltered frustration.
I have been there. I know you know this feeling. You're trying to say something, anything in Spanish, and it's like a giant brick wall just slams down in your brain. Nothing. Total silence. You know the words are in there somewhere, but you just can't grab them. It's that awful moment of failure that makes you want to just give up.
And before we get into the solution, if you enjoy stories like this, could you do me a huge favor? Please follow the channel and share this. It really truly helps this page grow, and it lets me make more of these for you. So back to that feeling, I remember it so clearly. Constantly reaching for my phone, for the dictionary app, fumbling for the right verb, trying to get the pronunciation right, and still getting completely stuck in a real conversation. It felt like I was spinning my wheels, just going nowhere.
I just knew there had to be a better way, a shortcut, a hack, something. And then, right in the middle of all that frustration, I kind of stumbled onto it. The answer wasn't in some complicated grammar book or a fancy app. It was so much simpler. It was a single, powerful question that I just started asking myself over and over again.
This right here was the key that unlocked everything for me. ¿Qué estoy haciendo? It means, what am I doing? I know, it sounds almost too simple to actually work. But trust me, this one question became the engine that started to completely rewire my brain for Spanish.
So here's the core idea. The whole method is about narrating your own life as it happens, in the present moment. You just ask yourself, hey, what am I doing right now? And then, and this is the important part, you answer yourself out loud in Spanish. You're connecting the physical action, the Spanish words, and the moment, all at the same time.
And you know what makes this so easy to start? The grammar is incredibly simple. In English, when we talk about what we're doing right now, we use ing, right? I am walking. Well, Spanish has a system that's almost identical. For most verbs, you just tack on ando or endo to the end. It's a pattern that feels familiar from day one.
All right, let's try it out. Picture this. You're at the kitchen sink. It's a simple chore, something you do almost every day. In your head, you think, I am washing the dishes.
And now, you pull the trigger. You ask the question, what are you doing?
And you answer, Estoy lavando los trastes, and boom. Just like that, you've turned a boring chore into an active moment of language learning.
Okay. Let's do another one. Let's see how this starts to build momentum. You're in your car now, hands on the steering wheel. You're driving.
You ask the question again. Get that rhythm going. Estoy manejando mi carro.
At first, yeah, I had to look it up. But pretty soon, it just became automatic. Driving my car was estoy manejando. Talking on the phone was estoy hablando. The words weren't just words anymore. They were connected directly to the actions. It started to feel natural.
Okay, now this is where the system levels up and gets even more powerful. Because think about it, not everything we do is pointed outwards. What about all the things we do to ourselves all day long? Waking up, getting dressed, taking a shower.
So in the grammar books, they call these reflexive verbs, but you can just forget that term. All you need to remember is this simple idea. These are actions you do to yourself, and the ¿Qué estoy haciendo method has this beautifully simple way of handling them.
It's literally just 2 steps. The first rule, it's exactly the same as before. You add ando or endo. Now for the second step, you just attach the word may right onto the end of the verb. Why? Because you're doing the action to me, to yourself. That's it. That's the whole trick.
All right, let's take the very first thing you do in the morning. You're in bed, the alarm's gone off, your eyes are opening. I am waking up. You ask the question. It's the same trigger.
And the answer is estoy despertándome. You see it? You can hear that may right there at the end. That's because I am waking myself up. It's so logical, and it's way easier to remember when you're actually doing it.
Okay, let's do one more just to really lock this in. You're getting ready for the day, putting on your clothes. I am getting dressed. The rhythm just keeps going. Ask the question.
Estoy vistiéndome. I am dressing myself. Do you see the pattern now? When you practice this in the moment, you stop memorizing abstract rules. You start building an actual intuitive feel for how the language works.
And that is the real secret. You don't need to carve out hours of your day to study anymore. With this method, every single moment becomes a tiny opportunity to learn. Your kitchen, your car, your walk to work,
They all become your classroom. Your life itself becomes the lesson plan.
I mean, think about it. Right now, what are you doing? Are you listening to this? Are you watching this? Are you sitting down? How would you say that? The learning can literally start this very second.
This was never just about learning verbs for me. It was about changing my entire relationship with the language. It was about making Spanish a part of me. And your journey, your story, it begins now. If this story moved you or made you think differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And follow the channel for more stories like this.